Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It's December 26, 2024, which here in Canada means it's Boxing Day. I know Boxing Day isn't everywhere around the world, but here it is, so it's another holiday for us. So I have decided that, well, one, I've shaved. I shaved yesterday after we did our present opening and our breakfast. Got rid of the straight beard that I had been growing. I'm back to my youthful self again. We'll see how long it lasts. If it gets dreadfully cold outside again, I might grow a beard for the winter. But for right now, I'm clean shaven again. So if you noticed it, great. The other thing that I am going to do today is write some postcards. It has been a long time since I've been able to write postcards, speaking of the strike. So it's been 6 weeks since I've been able to do official postcrossing. I've written postcards and waited for the strike to end and then mailed those off to my direct swaps. But I'm now back doing postcrossing again. I have 25 cards that I can send. So what I've done is I've pulled 10 addresses today. I think that's quite enough. Start with 10, work my way back in. And so today I thought I might read off those profiles to you, show you the cards that I've selected, and we'll go from there. If it's your first time finding my channel, thanks. I appreciate it. Make sure you like, you subscribe, you leave positive comments, you share with other people, and put the notification bell on so you don't miss out on any of the fun. Tomorrow is a working day once again, not for me because I'm on vacation this week, but mail will be running again. So that means I will have postcards that I can show you tomorrow that I've received. But now let's talk about the postcards that I'm going to send out. The first address that I selected was Germany, which I normally get a lot of German and US addresses, but today, because I've been off postcrossing for 6 weeks, it is so good to have another German address to send a card to. And so this lady says she's lived all her life in different small villages of Germany. Since almost 4 years old, I've lived in the smallest of all, only 200 inhabitants. I really enjoy a peaceful beauty. Let me start that one again. She's lived in Germany all her life, but since almost 4 years now, not since she was 4 years old. She's lived in the smallest of all, 200 inhabitants, and she really enjoys the peaceful beauty of the nature there. I have a garden where I plant different kinds of vegetables. It's important to me not to use any kind of chemicals. I like to travel just to see other countries and meet people from other cultures. My favorite continent is Asia. When I don't travel, I don't work in my garden, then I read. Without my books, it would be hard for me. I'm interested in all kinds of postcards and all kinds of people. So we're starting right off with talking about New Brunswick, where I'm from, the New Brunswick flag, the Hopewell Rocks, famous attraction here. It was a meetup from 2022, so it doesn't have any meetup signatures on them. I got a bunch of these cards, so I continue to send them. Now we're almost 2.5 years since that meetup. I still have them to send. All right, so that's the first card that I'm sending off. The second card is going off to the United States. And she says she loves cats, flowers, travel, reading, thrift stores, playing bass guitar, handwritten letters, cooking, DIY, art, coffee, tea, jigsaw puzzles, old school punk, history, sports, Doc Martens, colorful stamps, bird watching, paper dolls, and so much more. I love all kinds of postcards, especially vintage advertising. I'll be happy with any that I receive. She's part of the LGBTQ plus and pro-immigration advocate. She says, per more, hiss less, love is love. If you include your address on the card you send, I'll send you one in return. Now, I don't tend to put my address on cards because postcrossing is about sending off to a stranger with no expectation of getting anything in return from that same particular individual. Now, sometimes I do put things in envelopes, and if I do put it in an envelope, my address goes on it. But space is so limited on a postcard that I don't tend to put my address on it. And I just hope that the address is legible enough that it gets to the people that it's meant to go to. And lately what I do is I cut off the address. I print off the profile as you've seen. I cut the address off that so my handwriting isn't the cause for a card not reaching its destination or an address not being able to be clearly read. So that goes right on the postcard. I've selected this card, a vintage style coffee advertisement card. So I think it fits into the categories that she says she enjoys. So that will go off to them. The next card is going off to Finland. And she says she lives in a small town in the southwestern coast of Finland. She loves animals, nature, traveling, reading, and I'm interested in languages and foreign countries in general. In addition to languages I mentioned in my profile, I understand a little Spanish and Estonian, so I'd be happy to receive all kinds of postcards. Nature, animals, architecture, people, landscapes, handicrafts, etc. I'm very bad with computers. I prefer snail mail to email, so I'm looking forward to hearing the news from all over the world. By the way, one of my favorite animals is the bear, teddy bears included. Well, if she likes bears, we're going to go with a polar bear. If she wants things from my country, we certainly have polar bears, not here in New Brunswick, but in northern areas of Canada. The polar bears are still around, so there's a bear for them, and they're, from a distance, they look quite cuddly, and the teddy bears are certainly very cute that are made from them. But if you do ever encounter a real polar bear in the wild, stay clear. They are vicious, so they are not meant to be hugged by humans. All right, the next card that I have is going off to here in Canada. I'm glad to get an address for another Canadian postcrosser. One, because all of us Canadian postcrossers have desperately been wanting to have mail come to our mailboxes once again, and to be able to send one within my own country is a rarity for me, so I'm happy to get this one. It's going off to Ontario, and she says her name. She says she was born in Belarus, graduated as a philologist? That is not the right word. This is where my passion to reading comes from. Then moved to South Africa when I was living there for 7 wonderful years. I still miss South Africa a lot, and receiving cards from there would be extra special to me. I moved to Canada recently and enjoy my life here on the shore of Lake Ontario. I absolutely love reading, traveling, discovering new places, and meeting new interesting people. I love animals and gardening. Hiking, walking, exploring makes my life more colorful and exciting. I love art. Claude Monet, Vincent van Gogh, Paul Gauguin, Pierre Renoir, Henri Matisse, Edgar Degas, Gustave Klimt, Paul Cézanne, Pablo Picasso, Salvador Dali are my favorite artists. Impressionism is what really fascinates me. Cards depicting paintings of one of these would be my favorites. I'm a huge fan of classic muscle cars, especially the Ford Mustang. Postcards showing all types of hounds. She lists all sorts of different greyhounds and blah, blah, blah. She says, as you might guess, my heart belongs to those long noses, and I myself is a mum to an Italian greyhound named Lucy. I would love to receive cards showing the beauty of your own country, your culture, your national holidays and tradition. Cards with animals, sights, natures. Cards showing all types of hibiscus plants and orchid flowers. I love flowers, especially bulbs such as tulips, daffodils, and freesias. I don't know that one. I love space and stars. Cosmic theme is a great bonus to me. Birthday cards in May and Christmas cards in December are much appreciated. Please, no meetup cards, advertising cards, handmade cards. I kindly ask you leave those for others who enjoy them. Thank you for your understanding. Some words in your own language with translation would be awesome. Thanks for spending your time reading through my profile. Looking forward to discovering the world through cards you're going to send me. Can't wait to receive a postcard. Best wishes, and her name. Best regards, and her name. And then she lists a couple of the expired cards she has at the bottom. Well, nature, things of around here. I'm going to send this one. It's kind of a vintage card. You see all the little dots perforated here? It came in a list, probably sold in the store, of a whole bunch of postcards. This one is a Cape Smoky, the entrance to the Cape Breton National Park. Probably a card from the 1970s or 60s. So it is a vintage card. And as she is relatively new to Canada, maybe she's yet to come to Atlantic Canada. So I want to send her that. Okay, moving along. The next card's going to Hong Kong. And it says the name you can call me there. At the beginning, I try to avoid putting people's names on here. I was born and grew up in Guangdong and pursuing my career dream in Hong Kong now. I moved to Sai Yangpeng in 2022, December, and I fell in love with this area immediately. It is a chill and relaxing living place with lots of cafes. I enjoy meeting my friends and nice brunches during the weekend. If you would visit Hong Kong one day, I highly recommend my living area. And that's why I would like to receive postcards using my apartment mailbox to create more memories with Hong Kong. I want to know you more, so feel free to write anything instead of just hope you like the card. I like that too. People that just write happy Postcrossing. Now, maybe that's the only English that they have. I get that when they're writing to in a different language. But if you're from somewhere else and you're writing to me in a different language, or you don't know English, but you want to tell me something, write in your own language. We'll Google Translate it if it's easy enough to do. So write a message, please. I would like to receive written and stamped cards with these themes. Illustrated cities view cards. I want to see your city, your country with a painting, a pen, more than from the camera, but please send from the original. Illustrated food and cartoon cards. Christmas cards in December and birthday cards in June. I usually tell people my lunar birthday is May, but I celebrate in June. Tintin, Moomin, Longstocking, Pippin. I think it's Pippi Longstocking is what she meant to say. Meetup postcards, illustrated icons from your country. I collect cards of the World Series. If you have them from your country, please don't hesitate to send me one. I don't like real animals. Handmade ad postcards. I don't collect flags of the world or maps of the World Series. Save them for Postcrossing friends who enjoy them. Thank you for your understanding. Let us know the wonderful world through postcards. So she did say she likes meetup cards and she likes nature. So this is Peggy's Cove, Nova Scotia. It was a meetup that took place in 2022. So we're going to send that. So that's my second meetup card that I'm sending off in this batch of 10. The next card I have is going to Japan. And she says she was born in Russia and currently lives and works in Tokyo, Japan. I'm a huge fan of traveling and learning about other countries and cultures. When living in St. Petersburg, Russia, I was studying geography and natural sciences, and I had the chance to visit Finland, Sweden, Latvia, Lithuania, Belarus, Poland, Germany, and I've been to Turkey, Georgia, Qatar, Thailand, and I've been living in Hong Kong studying Chinese. In 2024, I traveled to Taiwan and still think it's one of the best places in the world. I love Asia and I try to learn about its history, cultures as much as possible. My dream is to travel across China with its ancient cities and natural wonders, and Mongolia with its majestic landscapes. As part of the culture exchange, I love to taste new foods and learn how to cook some popular dishes from different cuisines. My other hobbies include classic literature, history, architecture, and painting, hiking, and photography. Please feel free to send any postcard which resonates with you, your thoughts, or the place you live in. So all her traveling, all her excitement, all parts of Asia that she's explored, she's going to get this. Now, to her, this might not be very much, all the things that she's experienced. But this is Caribou Island, Nova Scotia. This is here in Atlantic Canada. You can see the water, which is prevalent all around Atlantic Canada, the Atlantic Ocean, the Bay of Fundy, the Northumberland Strait, the red clay, which is usually found in Prince Edward Island, the fields. She wanted a card that resonates to me. This definitely resonates as something that you would see if you came here. Sure, we have hills. We have trees and forests. We have farmers' fields. But what we have is, yeah, we've got some cities. We've got people in some, but we have lots of open space. And that's one of the wonderful things here about Atlantic Canada, is it doesn't take you much if you want to leave the city to go explore nature. It's all around us. So that's what I wanted to send to her. Okay, my next one is going to Serbia. This has been fantastic. Every address I pulled, except for one, has been a different region, different country. So Serbia, and she says she's a teacher of children from ages 3 to 7 years old. In them, I find inspiration for many things in life. With them, I can always be a child, enjoy life, learn, explore new things. I like being in nature, as well as getting to know new places and cities. As an educator, I need to know a little bit of everything in life. You never know what a child might ask. So I like art and music and acting and some segments of history. I enjoy science and experiments. I like reading children's novels. If you have a favorite, feel free to recommend it. I enjoy reading the Bible. If you have like that too, you can always write a Bible verse or any verse from your favorite song, poem, or book. The postcards should be one that you like. I also would be happy if it's a picture of your country, your city, your village, or if it's a postcard with some illustrations. Sometimes it's hard for me to find a postcard that some recipients want because I don't like classic city postcards. With me, I don't with me, don't let that be your burden by it. You can write to me about you, about what you like to do, where you like to go, how you spend your days, do you have a hobby, and why do you like it? And if you don't like to write, you can also do a drawing or something. I look forward to all the postcards received and sent. Well, as an educator, I recently got some of these postcards, and I think it might be perfect for her. This is one of those greetings from postcards. Anita in Austria sent me a bunch of these. I'm sending one of them back to her, but I'm going to send this one. This has stats about Canada, a bunch of different things that a teacher might want to teach her children or get to know, since she knows a little bit about a lot of things. There's a little bit about Canada on these as well. All right, so that one's going off to Serbia. The next one's going off to a country I've never sent to before, and I'm very happy to pull this address. It is Georgia. Now, not the state of Georgia in the United States, but the country of Georgia. And it starts off, please note, Postcrossing is an escape for me. Definitely not a place I would like to discuss politics. Thank you. Great opening line. Lets people know that this is a hobby, this is fun, and we are getting to exchange things with different people around the world. And we may not all agree on the same things, but one thing we do agree on is we love getting mail. So she goes on to say, hi everyone, nice to meet you. And then her name, I'm from, well, I won't say where she's from, but it's a city of miners and iron and steel workers. But since 2016, I've settled in the Republic of Georgia. I live here with my husband and some rescue cats. Tippy the dog, who was taken from a crowded downtown and is probably a breed of flat-coated retriever, joined the Cat Society in August of 2021. For a long time, I used to translate documents from or into German, English, and Russian, and to proofread Russian and Ukrainian texts. In 2022, I switched to teaching German online. Movies, music, walks, among other hobbies. I also like reading, surfing the internet. If you don't know what to send me, here are some hints. Handsome, knacked men in an envelope is okay. Knacked, I'm guessing, means well-built, good-looking. That's what I'm going with. Anyways, maybe it means naked. I don't know. Edition, 1,000 Shen cards, city architecture, fairy tales, Inglook, which is the old lady cards. Missing one. She was missing number 71, 78, and 84. I didn't know that the Inglooks were numbered, so that's good to know. Maxi card, lighthouses, wildcats, public transports, just plain lighthouses, bridges, telephone boxes, post boxes, signs of your city, country, or region, everything about coffee, trains, trams, cars, undergrounds, blue cat cards, Hello Kitty, Miffy, Planeta of Belarus, I don't know that one either, large letters of greetings from. There are also, however, some topics which she does not collect. Long, hand self-made folded cards, cards from the Soviet Union, meaningless strange cards, birthday cards, insects, especially various bugs, because she has a phobia against them, COVID cards, World Postcard Day, Lou paper, flags of the world, maps of the world, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, etc. She's not a fan of them. Any children's art included, paintings, drawings. Thank you, and happy postcrossing. So there's a long list. But the very first one got my attention. She said, handsome, knacked men, and everything in an envelope. Well, I have an envelope. And to me, postcrossing, any card's welcome. For me, surprise me with whatever you want to send. That's great. And if you've got a list of things that you like, whether you're a man who likes women or men, men who like women or women, doesn't really matter to me. If that's what you like, and I got a card from it, I'll send it to you. So I do have this card. It may not be for everyone. There may be a lot of people that would enjoy that card. And so this person, I think, is one of those people that's going to enjoy it. I have an envelope. I have a card. If this brings a smile to her face in Georgia, then all the power to it. Because it's going into an envelope, I get to decorate it however I like on the back because I don't need to save space for the address. That'll be on the envelope. So that one is off, and hopefully she enjoys it. All right, my next card is going to the United Kingdom. He lives in the county of Essex. He's always loved to write about anything and everything. I also love to draw, paint, both digitally and naturally. I'm currently exploring the world of watercolors. I have a huge love for all things Japanese, which all started when I was introduced to anime when I was 11 years old. I saw Akira for the first time. I would love to visit Tokyo and Osaka one day. A visit to the Ghibli museum is high on my bucket list. I would also love one day to be able to speak the language and not to have to rely on subtitles. I'm trying, but it's not an easy language to learn. I'm a big movie buff and of all genres, but especially black and white classics. I don't have favorites, but if asked, will always say Lost in Translation is right at the top of my list. Others include A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, Spider Baby, Run Lola Run, and many more. I am also a huge fan of Laurel and Hardy, who I still watch today. Their comedy timing has never been beaten, and it brings back a lot of fond memories for me. If you were kind enough to send a postcard, I'd love to hear what your favorite films are, what you're currently reading. Also tell me an interesting fact about where you live and what you like the most about living there. I don't have a particular card that I prefer. Any would be welcome addition. Movie, book-themed cards, Japanese-themed, comedy-related cards from your area, all would be appreciative. Well, this one, I kind of was thinking I would send him an anime card or something of Japanese. But once again, Postcrossing is just back being able to be sent mail again out of Canada, so I wanted to send something Canadian to him, and I wanted it to make him laugh a little bit. So here we have 3 fishermen. On the back it says Atlantic Canada, because we have lots of fishermen here in Atlantic Canada, and we kind of tend to be told that we don't take life as seriously here in Atlantic Canada. There's a lot of humor here, a lot of good comedy, especially out of Newfoundland, but we have it out of Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island and New Brunswick as well. And these guys remind me of that life isn't always easy. Fishing is a dirty 12 months of the year job, some cases, those that go and fish in the different areas that aren't frozen. And sometimes you just got to take time to laugh. And so I'm hoping this card will bring a smile to his face and maybe open his eyes up a little bit with the message on the back of what it's like to live in Atlantic Canada. All right, the final address that I pulled to send is going to Germany. So the first one I pulled and the last one I pulled are both going to Germany. And this profile is a little different. It says, hello, my favorite postcards, movies, DC, Marvel, superheroes, science fiction, space, airports, Air Force planes, Navy ships, military vehicles, trains, muscle cars, NASCAR, football, soccer, ice hockey, basketball, American football, sports stadiums, tourist cards, free cards, and U.S. state cards. Happy Postcrossing. And that's it. I don't know anything else about this gentleman, but that's all right. He said space. He said science fiction. And for those of you yesterday who are science fiction aficionados and are big fans of Doctor Who, you might have taken a moment to sit down and watch the Christmas special from Doctor Who. I know we as a family did, or at least 3 of us did. My son wasn't here to watch it, but so I'm sending a Doctor Who Christmas card. I know Christmas is over now, but there's the science fiction. It is a great program to watch if you're into science fiction. And yeah, yesterday's episode was a lot of fun to watch. So that one's going off to Germany. Now, normally I'd probably pull a couple addresses, decorate a card with you, and move on. This has already been 23 minutes. We are not going to do a decorating card today. I'm going to spend time going through and decorating these after I've edited and send this video out. Not much editing to my videos. One of the things that I have been doing is putting a little something extra at the end. I don't know if you've been noticing that, but a couple of you have watched my videos or continue to watch my videos right till the very last second, whether it's just something that's playing in the background and you went, oh, that's something different. Well, for about a week and a half, I've been putting outtakes. So sometimes I start a video and something happens, or I say something and something happens, I put that in, or it's a little extra blurb about something. So if you've noticed, thanks for watching to the end. Have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends?
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Bye. every year we put up a calendar. It started with our Weimar and our dog Paige. Before, we had Paige calendars every year that she was with us, and now that we have Polo, we've put out calendars every year with Polo. It's not with Polo, but of hedgehogs. So this is this year's that we've got, and some of the cute pictures that we will have for every month of 2025.